It's 7:31. Good morning and welcome back. I'm Rob Krieger. Let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for your Saturday forecast.
Thanks, Rob. We're seeing that sun up now behind our New Orleans skyline. We have those blue skies. We've had some clouds out in the distance because of some scattered showers that are offshore right now, but we're dry inland. We do have some big changes coming, though. Your weekend headlines: storm chances are fading through the weekend, but we're going to see a drier heat building. Those dew points lowering, and then another front will come next week, and this will be a real front where we'll have a change in the temperatures. But right now we are in the 70s on the North Shore, and in the low 70s. We have that northerly flow. South Shore 81 at New Orleans International. We're 75 in Homa. We've seen a couple of little scattered showers coming by, and we have some storms down here near Terrebonne Parish we'll be watching. Also seeing a couple of little storms in Plaquemines Parish. Watching those as well. Most of the storm activity will stay along the coast today because of this boundary that is sitting across the South Shore, so increasing the storms across the entire northern Gulf. That is the focal point for any rain that we see today. And then here's the cold front. This is the one that we're watching that's going to slowly make its way to us and then get here by Tuesday into Wednesday. This will bring us a nicer change. But even this stationary boundary is bringing a better feel for some areas on the North Shore. We have 69-degree dew points in Alexandria, 70 in Macomb, slightly lower for the summertime, but you can see where the boundary is, 78 for the dew point in New Orleans. We might see a little drop into the afternoon where we're falling into the 60s for the dew points. That helps with the heat index. And then tomorrow, definitely feeling better for much of the area in the afternoon. A lot of us will be seeing 60-degree dew points, which will feel dry. It's still going to be hot until we get the second front coming down in the early parts of the work week. Looks like Tuesday that the drier air gets to us. We're talking about dew points in the 50s. That is a really nice feel for this time of year in August, and it will also drop our temperatures down. It'll take a second. We're actually heating up Sunday into Monday. We'll get to 96 by Monday compared to 92 today because we have slightly lower dew points, but not much movement in the air. So it's still going to get hot. And then here comes the front. That's when we get the true northerly flow. So we'll have a stronger northerly breeze, and that drops our highs to the upper 80s Wednesday and Thursday. 88 degrees below normal for the time of year. Our average is 91. So that'll feel really good. You can see on the upper level pattern why this happens. We have a big low digging across the Great Lakes, and then it kind of doubles down into the later parts of the week, and that's when the front will fully come through. So it just takes a second. Tuesday into Wednesday, it'll slowly move into the area, and we'll have that much better feel ahead for the later parts of the work week. But because we don't have high dew points really through the weekend into the start of the week, even ahead of when that front comes through, our rain chances will stay fairly low, around 20 to 30% each day until the end of the week. In the tropics, we have two areas that we're watching now that Aaron is way out to sea. We have this area of low pressure that's to the north of the Caribbean moving north that has a high chance of tropical development, and then this one with a low chance heading toward the Lesser Antilles. This one could become a tropical depression or a tropical storm as we head into the later parts of the weekend or the start of the week, but it's going around the same area of high pressure that directed Aaron out to sea. So that's the good news. Then we're tracking the second wave could become a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm. The models are not quite as sold on this one, but regardless, it stays to the south because we have that big digging low pressure system that brings us the cold front. Not really anticipating this taking a northerly turn in the short range, so through our 7-day forecast, but in the long range through Labor Day, something maybe to watch is the southwest Gulf because we will have that big plume of moisture there. Now the eastern Pacific side looks more likely to form a storm, which is good news for us because that would hinder activity on our side. But the next name on the list is Fernand. We will of course keep an eye on the tropics as we're heading into the end of August, but we really haven't seen much happening in the Gulf, and we'll take it. We'll keep it that way. And we would love to get more of these cold fronts. I am excited for that drop in temperatures from 96 Monday, which is going to feel a little bit hot, but it'll be a dry heat, down to 88 on Wednesday. Rob.
Yeah, I mean, hey, this time of year, that's a big drop.
It
right?
is a big
Yeah,
drop.
I mean,
it
big
is.
time. All
yeah,
right.
and especially because we have been consistently sitting a little bit above normal through the past month or so. We haven't had a lot of days, except for rainy days, that we've been below normal. So this will feel
Certainly
good.
will be welcome. That's
will
right.
be.
Well, I want to talk to you too about what's happening in Tangipahoa Parish. We're monitoring the conditions in Roseland after that large fire broke out at Smitty's Supply. Hannah, this live look here, you could see that cloud of smoke, and you've been monitoring the winds all morning in this area, and it looks calm, right?
Yeah, pretty calm winds. I mean, we might have a little bit of a wind direction from the northwest, but all of the monitors around that area are registering as calm this morning. But you're still seeing it hugging really close to the ground, so you might be wondering why that's happening if we don't have wind. We have a temperature inversion, which is when the temperatures actually get warmer with height, which is not what you would expect. You typically expect it to get cooler with height. And because the ground is cooler at night than those lower levels of the air. Now what will happen now that the sun is up is the ground's going to heat up, and then it will eventually get warmer than that layer of air that's warmer right now above it. And that's when you're going to see the smoke starting to lift. And it almost looks like that's starting to happen now. The sun has been up for almost an hour, so we should start to see this mixing out over the next couple of hours. By 10, 11, that smoke plume should begin to lift.
But still, obviously, that live look right there, giving some folks in Tangipahoa Parish some cause for concern. We will continue monitoring the impacts in the area to ensure that the folks there and the families that you know are safe.